Good baseball game for most of the time for both sides. I thought Nebraska really pitched it. He kept us off balance. He commanded that fastball really well, and the changeup was really good. Had us chasing our tail there for a while. Perfect gamed us for a while. No hit us for a while. And then we got lucky. And we've been talking about being lucky all year because we've been very unlucky with getting hurt and doing things that weren't intelligent. And we got lucky today. The first baseman booted a ball that Keegan hit. He got lucky to get on base. Clay Williamson hit a ball down the third base line that hit the base, got lucky. We walk, and then JD runs into a ball and hits it pretty good, and we actually moved up, and it was like, whoa. We were searching to get a hit and a guy on base, and then we'd scored 5 runs in a hurry, and 4 of them with 2 outs and nobody on. Big deal. I thought Thomas was really good. Don't think he had his best fastball, but commanded the fastball that he had, the changeup, a little bit of breaking ball and slider in there. But he went out and competed pitch by pitch, got himself out of a couple jams, and that's what we expect out of him.
Question. I guess, JD, what was going through your mind in that 8th? I don't know. I mean, with 2 outs, I don't know if you were thinking, oh, I'm going to get a chance to win the game. But, I mean, what just as it unfolded, the guys kept getting on base, and then you had your shot. What was going through your mind?
I knew that I was going to have an opportunity in the 8th or 9th to do something crucial in the game. And so I just prepared myself in the 6th and the 7th after my third at bat. Yeah, and they took out the lefty and they brought in the righty. And just my approach was just to sit hard away or fastball away. And I saw that he was tailing off his fastball in on me, so I switched my approach, and I knew they weren't going to go soft because his base is loaded. I had a feeling that they weren't going to bounce in the dirt for a run, but so I just sat fastball and I got to the bat, or got the barrel to the bat, or barrel to the ball. Yeah.
Did you know off the bat?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I had a good feeling that I scored it up pretty good.
I don't think there was any doubt. I don't know.
Thomas, JD kind of breaks that game open, but through the first 6 innings, it felt like it was, you versus a chance from Nebraska. I mean, what was going through your mind, and were you thinking about kind of competing with the opposing pitcher at all?
In the Big West, we have a lot of good Friday night guys, so it wasn't really a whole new ball game, I guess, to me. But I'm kind of used to kind of battling with another Friday night guy like Chance from Nebraska, and facing Morales from UC Irvine was a good test of that, even though we kind of squared some balls off him a little bit. But I know that if I kept my head down and kept us in the ball game, we could get a chance to win that, and we did today, so that was good.
How big was JD's hit the inning before just to feel like you could get something going offensively?
It loosened us up. I mean, it just kind of loosened us up. He worked himself a good count to get a good pitch to hit. And we probably could have scored if I would have maybe done something different with Chapman, and as we call him, David Omeda-Barrera came up and hit the base hit up the middle. Losing by a run, most teams would probably bunt there. But, as of late with JD and Chapman, it doesn't cross my mind. Chapman showed it on his own on the first pitch. But, they're going to get paid to hit. That's what they do for us, and today we got to cash in a little money.
JD, what do you see from Chance Sinclair? Because, obviously the assumption I would make, since you squared him up pretty good in that third at bat, was that you found an adjustment, you got a little bit more comfortable with him. Just take us through going through the game and seeing him for the third time.
Give him credit. He was keeping all of us off balance. He was mixing up his pitches, especially in hitters counts. He would throw off speed. So we just got jumpy, I think, all of us. We were going after the ball and letting we were jumping at the ball, really, and not letting it come to us, I would say. But give him credit. He was mixing it up, really. My adjustment was I just tried to stay short to the ball, really, and just put a good swing on it, try to square it up.
Thomas, you allowed 7 hits but only 1 run. What was helping you kind of just minimize that
Just hitting my spots and let the hitters get themselves out. I'm the type of guy that pitch to contact, so I'm gonna let up some hits, but I kind of dig down when there's runners on base, and then just try to get themselves out, like I said, and it ultimately helped me today.
Yeah, the biggest point of the game was Ghana getting out of the bases loaded, one out jam. After we had scored a run, and him going out, and he gets the bases. Thomas gave up a hit. Then we get an out on the bunt, and then we end up walking a guy. But that bases loaded, one out jam, you know, where he was in the order with the pop up and the fly out, that gave us a little bit of momentum, because easily they can make an out like they scored their first run, you know, bolt triples, and they hit a ground ball to second, did a good job of hitting, then they go hit, and Thomas gets out of that jam. You know, the production of the out for us on how we got it turned the game around. I mean, that made that 8th inning for us completely different than it did before. But we had 2 outs, nobody on, and a 9-hole hitter up hitting about, let's see, he jumped up all the way to 219 today, and it's the first time he had played in the last 8 games because our second baseman's not feeling very well, and came up big, turned a big double play, made a couple plays on defense. But that was a big play. I mean, if he doesn't get on and the next guy, he doesn't get a hit. So we're thankful for that guy just getting the ball and getting it up the middle any way he could. But Kobe Ghana in that 8th inning was huge. I mean, or 7th inning, wasn't it? 7th. It was huge. I mean, that pop up and fly out, because there's many ways to score, and they're a hard team to double play because they're very athletic and very fast. So.
In that 7th, I think you walked the leadoff guy in 4 pitches.
He did, no,
5 pitches.
The next guy, 4 pitches.
Was that? I mean, how did he? I mean, I guess did you tell him, try to get him to calm down? What did you see from him after in that moment?
No, we actually went out there and told a joke. I mean, this isn't his first rodeo. He's a junior that has pitched in regionals and super regionals. I think he was a little too pumped up to come into that situation, and you know, just tried to loosen him up a little bit. He's a guy you got to pick which way you go at him. You can go at him and get in his face, and he'll have snot bubbles coming out of his nose, and can do it. And that time I think he was a little too pumped up. So I just went, I don't make many trips. When I go out, the pitchers get nervous. I don't take them out, but they can get a little nervous. And so when I walked out, you know, and he was probably thinking I was going to try to get some snot bubbles out of him, and I really just tried to relax him and let him do what he does, because him and Thomas are completely different pitchers. So to go with him and give him that completely different look, and just try to loosen him, we got lucky. As I said, we've not been lucky this year. We're starting to get lucky. We're creating our own luck by doing things right, is the way that we go about it as a group.